Ace sent me this tungsten tape for free so I could test it out. If you want a little bit higher swing weight or just to generate a little bit more power, increase the sweet spot slightly on whatever paddle you're using, whether it's one of theirs or any other one. You know, you've probably heard of lead tape. This is tungsten tape. Tungsten is the base metal in this, which is actually the same thing as my wedding ring. You can see how much they give you just in one pack. I think it's like 5 feet. So this is then 1 gram per inch. So if you want to get real precise with it, obviously you can measure it out, like get an inch, that's a gram, get another inch, that's another gram. If you wanted your paddle super heavy, you know, I don't know that anyone would do this, but like because it comes in one continuous strand, you could just leave it in one strand and put it all around. You cut off an inch, cut at about an inch, regardless of whether you're measuring or not. Just basically want to make sure you have the same length of tape on the other side. You can see here it's got this 3M adhesive backing on it. So that's how it's going to adhere to the edge of the paddle. Pretty common place to put weight on a paddle is at 3 and 9 to increase that sweet spot and increase the power of the paddle slightly. So you just peel that adhesive backing off, and then actually on the Ace club, you have a pretty good idea of exactly where 3 and 9 is based on that branding that they have there. So I'm just going to put the bottom of this right at the bottom of the E and go ahead and adhere it on there. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. So it goes on very easily, stays on. You wouldn't need any other tape over this if you don't want. You could, obviously aesthetically, but very sticky. It's gonna stay on there. So again, right at the bottom of the E. You know, then I'd probably go play with this, see if I like the way that feels. And like I said, I've seen it at 3 and 9. You can look on the internet, see where you want to put the tape on your paddle. Doesn't modify it much, but enough that when you make contact with the ball, it feels like the sweet spot's bigger. I think it technically is bigger, and the ball pops off there a little bit harder. So that's this weighted tape, tungsten tape from Ace, and that's how it goes on that paddle.